Hey, how you guys doing? This is James. Let's have the conversation. I like to talk about different things in the news so we can live together in this crazy world a little bit better. Right now, I have an impromptu video because a friend of mine is going through grievances. She lost her dog, and the reason why I want to make this video is because I can relate to that. What I want to say right now is this: we can, even though we're not in the same boat exactly, we can relate. So, shrugging off people's emotions because you don't match them or you don't have any understanding towards their particular situation, you can always relate to it some kind of way. Even if it's not in the exact same realm, you can relate. And I relate to her in a way I sent her a message on Facebook just now because she posted how she misses her dog. It was a Chihuahua, and I said I could relate. The way I can relate, I've never had a pet, but the way I can relate is that I lost my mother 2 years ago, and I want to make a separate video about that. However, I lost my mother 2 years ago, and I still feel it every day because she was the closest family member that I ever had outside of my grandmother, which I lost back in high school. The loss of my mother was more impactful than the loss of my grandmother. And that is the way that I can relate to my friend right now. I will never understand the attachment of a pet to a person. I will never understand the attachment of siblings to each other. I have never had the luxury of having either one. And there's a third thing I could never understand. I will never understand or feel the love of a two-parent household. I never had that either. The whole point to this entire video is this: even though you never had the experiences of having certain things in your life, doesn't mean you cannot relate to another person who has had those experiences. I've never had a pet in my life. I've never had siblings in my life, and I've never had a two-parent household. I was raised by a single mother, and I think I turned out just fine. Other people will probably disagree, but that's them. So, when you come across a friend, a stranger, whoever, who is grieving, and you see them grieving, and you know what they're grieving about, you could probably relate, not in the same exact sense, but in a manner of speaking, because you probably have lost something dear to you, and that is a good way to relate to anybody or to someone who has lost something. Try to find ways to relate to people. It'll bring us together as family like you wouldn't believe. Love you guys.